Welcome to this presentation on our three progressive indicators and how their combination can help simplify your trading experience with surprising results. Keep in mind, the Forex market is very choppy. The news is constantly changing. We have the unending battle between the bulls versus the bears. The big banks, institutions, and brokerage companies can see exactly where your open trades and stop losses are, presenting them with an enormous advantage over trader positions and sentiment. To add further complexity, Forex markets spend over 70% of their time in congestion, moving sideways in a narrow range. This, of course, is a nightmare for the trader. Few Forex traders recognize how to accurately interpret the start of a new trend or the end of an old one. And you do not want to predict the market. You want to enter and exit your trades at the best possible time. You want to know where the strength and the weakness of the market is at all times. We created the Forex progressive indicators so you can make clear and intelligible decisions when trading in the Forex market. Let's get started. This is the progressive essential indicator. This indicator is simple, yet a very powerful indicator computing the strength and direction of the market. It has two basic signals. When the markers turn gold, it signals strength to the upside. When the markers turn white, it signals weakness to the upside and movement to the downside. Now we all see that the market moves in waves. So if we start here and the market starts to move upwards because the gold marker is showing market strength, that means strength started here and can end here. So you, as a trader, want to decide how much you want to profit, because if you start your trade here and wait till here, you started where you left off and probably didn't make a profit. Now let's bring in the candles to see how the indicator works. This is a 4-hour pound-dollar chart. Here was the start of the gold marker. You can see how the candles moved up due to market strength. It slowed up and stopped about here, which is about 3/4 of the gold markers. The bulls are taking profit, the market is reversing, and you can see the markers on the progressive essential indicator starting to turn white. As the next wave starts to take shape, the market is gaining strength and the indicator is turning gold again. Now look what happens here. Look at that big jump. If you played the gold markers, you would have been in the trade way before the crowd. Let's count the pips. About 240 pips here, and over here it's about 155 pips. Even if you played it short, it's about 70-some pips. Let's move further down the chart. Here you can see the white markers turn to gold. We had a very nice move to the upside. That's 550 pips. Actually, one of the multiple strategies we tested works like this. Just count 3 markers of the same color, then make the trade. So let's try some examples. 1, 2, 3. That's 110 pips. 1, 2, 3. Wow. You can exit your trade anytime here. That's about 550 pip move. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3. 97 pips. 1, 2, 3. That's 87 pips. So you can see how helpful and powerful the progressive essential indicator can be when looking to determine the strength of the market. Now again, remember, the market is very choppy, but there is always a big run and then a retracement. You can spot these very easily with the Progressive Essential Indicator. Next, we have the Progressive Ultimate Trend Indicator. After computing a series of moving averages, additional weighted calculations, and direction, you have an arrangement of different colored dots: blue for uptrends, red for downtrends, and white for indecision and possible reversals at hand. The position of the dot is very important also. Sometimes the dot is in the body of the candle, sometimes it's on the top, or sometimes it's on the bottom of the candle. But for now, we're going to talk about the basic principles of this indicator and how it can help you determine your trade direction. Now remember, the market is very choppy and constantly changing, but the Progressive Ultimate Trend Indicator can really help show you where you want to be or don't want to be, whether you are a bull or a bear. Let's look at the indicator. Here you can see the blue dots indicating an upward trend. However, the blue dots are now turning white, presenting a possible reversal. The white now converted to red, revealing a possible strong bear move. Here is a bit of indecision and conflict by the white dots showing up. But then the bears take over again, moving the short money further to the downside. That's about 177 pips. There may be a few similar design indicators on the market. However, the Ultimate Trend Indicator is computing different elements of the market and is designed to work together with the Progressive Essential and the Progressive Power Wave. One very simple strategy is to watch the highs and the lows of the colors. For example, when you see a series of red dots followed by a retracement of white or blue, wait for the next series of red dots. If they move lower than the previous red, this signals a likely move lower. Here is a series of red dots, followed by a retracement of white dots. Here comes the next series of red, and now these red dots have moved lower than the last series. This also helps in the opposite direction. Here you can see a group of blue dots, followed by a small retracement of white. The next series of blue is now higher than the last group. This is showing a strong trend to the upside. It can also show you when to stay out because of congestion and a tight range. Here you can see the series of red dots not getting any lower, and also the blue dots not getting any higher. This indicator is a must-have indicator if you plan on being a serious trader. And coupled with the Progressive Essential Indicator, you can have some really amazing results. The last indicator in our 3-indicator package is the Progressive Power Wave Indicator. This indicator searches for and can flush out a deeper trend within a trend. Sometimes it's like a 1 or 2 candle burst, which may show you that there is more to come, or a very strong series of multiple candles moving at a concentrated acceleration. It may also indicate a decisive end to a trend. This is an exceptional indicator. Here we see candles moving in a choppy way, but all of a sudden the Progressive Power Wave Indicator appears, exposing a solid movement to the downside. That's about 90 plus pips. You can see that it also revealed the end of a trend. Here we can see a 2-candle 30-pip burst. It then picked up again for another 67-pip surge. That's around 97 pips. Here again, it displayed the end of a trend with a reversal to the downside. Now you could trade other points here, but the power wave flushes out a deeper trend within a trend. In closing, the 3-indicator package, Progressive Essential, the Progressive Ultimate Trend, and the Progressive Power Wave Indicator can give you a much better picture of Forex technicals and help you make wise decisions when trading. Here's the same chart without any of the progressive indicators. How would you trade this chart? Now here is the same chart with the indicators. Let's see. On the Progressive Essential, we see starting here, white showing us a seller's market, moving to gold and moving to a buyer's market. Again, if someone just followed the Progressive Essential, it would give them a good picture of the moving market. Remember, this is a 4-hour chart. From one dashed line to the next represents a full week. If you look at the Progressive Ultimate Trend Indicator, we see the red dots showing a downtrend converting to white dots, and then the blue indicating an uptrend. Here the sequence is repeated: red, white, blue dots, and a buyer's trend. And lastly, the Progressive Power Wave Indicator. You can see this indicator referencing strong concentrated areas and deeper trends within a trend. Just trading this power wave can yield outstanding results. This stretch of power waves can yield about 130 plus pips. Altogether over 380 pips on only one chart. And I am showing you a choppy chart. Don't let the choppiness throw off your strategy. There are many more valuable strategies we can cover using these 3 indicators. They will be explained to our subscribers in additional videos. Remember, Forex progressive indicators can simplify your trading experience. This concludes the Forex Progressive 3-indicator package.